What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy King, guys. We're back again today with another banger, guys. We're about to check out Feminists confronting pickup artists. Guys. I was there back in the day at the conception of pickup artistry. As a mere toddler, but I was there. I used to watch the pickup artist VH1 show. I was there. Read the Game by Neil Strauss. I was there. There was a show called Keys to the VIP. I was there. This shit was just crazy stuff, man. Put me on game. It really put me on game. But yeah, essentially it helped me learn the necessary social skills and communication skills that allowed me to, go out there and conquer and, beyond just, talking to girls. It was beneficial just making friends and talking to people in general and being confident and being your authentic self. I think the problem with the old school type pickup artistry is it was very like narrative based. It gave you this like rigid structure to follow. Although it did work, I think modern day pickup artistry has now evolved to a point where it's about learning to understand yourself and bringing that self out. The way you are with your friends and the people around you who are close to you, the way you're quick and witty and bannerous, is basically about transferring that into normal interactions with strangers and people you just meet and knowing when and when not to do certain things in those interactions. So yeah, man, he is the past. He is a semblance of the past. He's peacocking. He's got this crazy hair. He's got tattoos everywhere, crazy jewelry. Back in the day, peacocking was a thing, but nowadays it's just the style has evolved, and you can't be looking like this, man. It's a Mazda. Well, you can if you want to, but is it presentable? No. Will you get girls in mass? Maybe not. There'll be a select few who'll be interested. Yes, they will, but it is what it is. Let's now look at this video, guys. Let's just jump right in. Let's go.
I'm Vince Kelvin.
I'm Chris Nappy. I'm a dating coach and pickup artist.
I'm known to make men.
So it looks like they have someone from the past and someone from the future or the present, as I'd like to say. He seems to be very much stuck in the past, but let's see what he has to say about it. I've heard of him, but I haven't consumed any of his content.
Less creepy.
Less creepy, bro. Oh my God. This man looks the creepiest.
I understand where the opinion's coming from, but I don't really like the language because it's like objectifying women as like a sexual object.
It's so interesting. I don't understand how in today's society people don't understand their instinctual drives, and attractiveness is an instinctual drive, whether that's not conveyed correctly in conversation. Men will always be attracted to women. They'll look at women and think, they would have the feelings of, I would love to, be with this girl. I'd love to be with that girl. I'd love to be. That's something that's never gonna go away again, unless we remove parts of our brains that activate those systems. But I think now more than ever, men just have to, keep their thoughts to themselves and not broadcast it out.
I'm like disgusted. I'm like,
You're not entitled to women's attention.
Yeah, exactly. You're not entitled to women's attention, and women are not entitled to your attention as a man.
I think he's just trying to sell a product at the end of the day,
Shit! Yeah, this is heat. These guys are gonna get roasted, bro. These guys are gonna get roasted. Let me see how I would respond. I'll probably say how I would respond, and then let them say their response. Holy shit! This is devastating. Whew. The OG, bro. This shit is crazy. Oh my god.
Attract and seduce more beautiful women. Learn how to approach beautiful girls with ease and drive them crazy with attraction. The art of seduction is critical to your success.
Yo, they have like a heart rate monitor on these dudes? Oh hell no. Get that shit out of here.
As a man. Right now,
This is interesting because the copy written to sell these products are directed towards men, not women. Women are not the consumers, so they're not the target audience. So everything written in there is to target men. And men reading that will be like, oh shit, that's what I want. And they're willing to buy. But women reading that, it just comes off, misogyny. It comes off misogyny. It comes off just wrong. It comes off like you're trying to manipulate and da-da-da-da. It's wild, when in reality, what it should be teaching you is the fundamental social skills that would allow you to express yourself completely without, you know, making people uncomfortable.
Already what I'm seeing is a lot of toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity, bro. It's funny because in other realms and fields, yeah, you expect it to learn and improve. You expect it to learn how to treat people, how to be with people, but learning how to, you know, navigate women as a whole, that's toxic. That's toxic. That's toxic. It's a very interesting narrative, but, you know, I think the way you go about it can be bad, but if you apply the systems and just be your authentic self, that way you allow to filter out the people who don't like you for you, and you keep the people who like you for you, keeping that congruence between who you are inside and how you act outside.
The idea that in order to have worth as a man, you have to have some sort of level of sexual conquest, and that drive.
It's funny because it's not about having some sort of worth. It's just the drive you feel. And when you see other people getting the sex, you then feel inadequate. So you want it even more. It's not about feeling, you know, like, it's almost like it's a natural impulse to want to do it. And inherently as a human being, you're going to compare yourself to other people. Unless you train yourself not to do that, you're going to compare yourself to other people and say, fuck, he's getting it, I'm not getting it. And then you're going to want to learn and do it even more. And eventually that'll become like a badge of honor for yourself because, you know, you were once deprived.
Derives from a very fragile ego.
You've been described as the king of makeouts. Is that true?
Ooh,
I love making out, you know?
ooh. Hey, the vibes.
This is crazy. Okay, wow. It's a lot of kissing.
Prince Kelvin, the king of
Jeez.
makeouts, hands down, over 230 makeouts last year.
Who's keeping track of makeouts and why?
Like, I wonder if he has trouble feeling his emotions and like he wants that high of making out with girls to feel something in his heart.
All of those makeouts seem consensual, so there isn't much that I can say. If y'all both like it, y'all both do y'all thing.
Your looks are distracting. You gotta at least say hello if you're gonna pass by with such cool looks.
Oh, that's so cringy, bro. That's so cringy. I can't believe this guy. I think this guy, it's a numbers game for him. I think it's a numbers game for him. He has the grasp of the basic principles. His accent throws it off a little bit. So he's very jarring. You can see the lady here is very jarred by his approach and obviously his whole look. She's very defensive. Arm comes across and...
Okay.
Bruh,
That kind of would have got me, honestly. I probably would have stopped. But like, no.
Yeah. It's a bit mad.
I really mean it, genuinely. I kind of forgot where I was going. And
See, she's
what are you-
posturing. She's moving because it was too jarring, man. If he follows, bro, don't follow. In today's society, do not follow. Let the person go. Let them go.
Names, wait, like a civilized hello, a fast one though, because I gotta run.
Okay, notice
See, again, he gives the time, he alleviates them with the time constraint by saying a fast one because I have to run. Essentially letting them know that, look, I'm inconveniencing you. I know I am going to leave quickly, but I just want to get your name and da-da-da. Bro, these guys are thinking, bro.
these women's body language, they do not want to talk to him.
Exactly,
It does not
that's what I
matter
said.
that he is complimenting them. They're not interested.
How about you just go to a place where people are open to talk to you in the first place? Most people that are walking on the sidewalk are heading somewhere to do something.
And that's the fundamental reason I would never recommend cold approach these days, unless you're in an environment that is conducive for cold approaching. Maybe like a beach bar, you know what I mean, or maybe like a beach side where people are chilling. They're not really going anywhere. They're just having a good time, and your good time and their good time can kind of mix, but in a more organic way. So yeah, stopping people in the street, that's not a way to go today, unless you're like in a sociable environment, like on a night out and people are on the street trying to have fun as well. So yeah, it's day game in today's day and age. It's tough. It's tough. Still
And
be
don't
done,
have
but you have to
the
be very
time to
careful.
talk to some creep. There's multiple ways to meet people, but on the sidewalk as somebody's heading to their job or meeting up with a friend.
That's interesting because some people like him obviously would never be able to do that. And again, it doesn't hurt to try and attempt, but as soon as you see that negative feedback and that person is not giving you like a positive reception, let it go, let them hear the compliment and be about your way.
You're
That's
not
the way
going
you
to
go.
get great results
We cannot meet people on the street anymore.
Yeah.
What is that? Where are we going if we put restrictions to where you can meet people? Think about it.
You can go ahead and continue on to the next clip.
This is so.
Are you like a bouncer for a club or something? It's Club Melanie. I've been wanting to come into Club Melanie forever. You guys never let me in.
I'm sorry.
Today I'm coming in.
No.
Even if
Ooh, yeah, that's cringe, rough. Oh my god, I'm coming in. He did the Kino escalation very mechanical. Very mechanical, man. If you see the way he comes in,
it's
man.
Club Melanie. I've been wanting to come into
Very
Club
mechanical.
Melanie.
Her arms are crossed, so she's feeling unsafe. If you see how she was before,
You can go ahead and continue on to the next clip.
Are you like a bouncer?
She was already feeling a bit, tense because her arms were crossed. She's trying to protect herself, feel that comfort herself. And he comes in, he copies her body
For a
language.
club or something. It's
which is cool, but he should have kept that distance longer and not gone for the arm hold, like breaking into her personal space. Just a handshake would have sufficed in this situation. The fact that he went all the way in, that's
Club
a bit
Melanie.
mad. But who am I? He's the master.
I've been wanting to come into Club Melanie forever.
Actually, she was like, "How did you know my name?" But then she saw she got a name tag. Yeah, that was very mechanical.
You guys never let me in.
I'm sorry.
Today I'm coming in.
No.
Even if I have to use force. Melanie.
No! He's getting cancelled. In today's day and age, he's getting cancelled.
Today
No
I'm entering
fucking
your
way.
club.
Okay, first of all, if I was her, I probably would have not entertained all of
Yeah,
that. To me, it was
today's
kind of
day and
obvious
age.
that she wasn't really trying to talk. So I feel like, you don't have to push it at that point. I don't like unconsensual touching. I hate when guys touch me.
There you go.
You're not entitled to.
This it's gonna go into the realm of you need the enthusiastic consent to touch, enthusiastic consent to that's where it's gonna go. So for him, they're gonna probably say that he's the type of person who's pressured people into situations that they were maybe not very comfortable with, but they felt like they had to engage in.
To women's attention.
Why do you think she said no thank you so politely?
Because a lot of women are afraid to be aggressive or assertive when stating no. Because again, men
That's
have
true.
a habit of kind of assaulting us for not being polite enough.
Okay. It's a minority of cases, but obviously, you still should have that safety mindset. So it's valid.
Oh, by the way, something smells real good here. What is it? Is it your hair?
Too
No,
much.
it's not your hair. It's right here. Something like right there. Let me see.
Too much.
Normally, when I do that routine, then I go like, but rest assured, I won't bite you because I'm a vegetarian vampire. The most I will do is this, but I'm not gonna do it.
I'm like disgusted.
This shit is bad, man. That shit is bad. Ooh, wow.
I'm like crawling.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Do not invade their personal
do
space
that.
without their consent.
Don't do that. This is club. This is club game. This is club game when people are vibing, when you're chilling, when people are in a positive mood, in a more touchy-feely mood. If they're going on a day-to-day, day game type basis, bro, that's no go.
Don't touch people without their consent.
Like he's making it seem like, oh, this is the way you can get girls if you like act like me, but she clearly looks like, obviously like irritated. She looks uncomfortable. I feel bad for her, honestly, at this moment.
Mad. That was the model, man. Oh my god! Yo, that shit is cringe. Oh hell no! What the fuck? My guy was out here. No, you should not be, bro. My gosh. I don't know, bro. That just seems lame. That's some lame movements there, man. Lame movements there. Even Mystery wouldn't stoop to such low levels, bro. What is this, man? They really picked, like, the guy at the bottom of the, Let me not
It's
even
nice.
call, man.
He's like uplifting like his male community. I
But-
mean, that's basically, I can't really say anything else. Like, it just seems so sleazy.
If they do that every morning, they feel confident. All power to them, to be honest.
Does that one
Yeah, but the last part. Oh, but fair enough, man. She
get approval from you?
I get approval. Minus the
the last part.
that thing, but everything
Yeah.
else, I respect it.
I guess it's cool that you're trying to help people. I think that is very nice and kind from the heart.
Would you be open to meeting Vince today face to face?
No, she's gonna say no.
I'm good, thank you.
Yep! You.
Not really. I don't think we'd have a ton in common.
I'm moved,
I think the girl with the dreads, black girl, she probably would
saddened,
do it.
not really surprised.
She would do it. Oh, Asian girl did it.
Surprise!
Surprise.
Yep, knew she would do it. 100%.
Hello, Vince.
It's nice to meet you.
Likewise, you comfortable with touch?
Only the hands.
Only the
Yes,
hands.
yeah.
I think we're in a day and age where you ask first. And yeah, the videos, it's out of context. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
we got to know that it's out of context, meaning
Yeah.
we
But
don't
I
see what
have
happened
seen your
before
other
or
videos,
after.
though.
You have.
I have, yes.
As far as some of the dating techniques,
Bro, my guy's built like an ostrich. What is going? He's built like a peacock. What's going on? Yo, he's built like a bird ready to fly.
it's important to respect each other as people. And I feel like some of the things that you were doing maybe make people uncomfortable, especially as a woman. You don't know when,
The tone of music, wildin'.
you know, if
I can't wait for the young dude to come through, man, and we hear what he has to say.
I deny this man, if that's gonna be the man that tries to hurt me, you know? So it's not always easy to just tell a guy, hey, you're making me uncomfortable.
I lived in Vegas when I was
Very true.
younger, and I was actually approached by a pickup artist, and he tried to touch me as a 13-year-old.
I come from the place of making
That's
men
nice.
more aware of abundance. A guy's talking to you and he does something that makes you uncomfortable right away because he knows there's more available. He's good with that. So
Interesting
I'm making
logic.
them gentlemen.
I think it's disgusting, but if you know, if I think a lot of men and people out there need help, so I guess it's a good thing that you guys are helping them, but you just gotta, you know, not cross boundaries.
A lot of it is due to a misconception. A lot of people go, oh, that girl is uncomfortable. The girl.
No, but to be fair, on initial meet, most people would be like thrown off by the initial meeting. They might be uncomfortable, but as time goes on, if they decide to stay, it means that they're willing to see how this is gonna go, and see the, you know, essentially where the thread is gonna lead. Some people might be curious. Some people might be straight off, you know, no, and some people might be in that situation, maybe scared to leave. So they kind of just stay out of, like, you know, kind of fear. But if you're in public, especially day game, yeah, they should not even feel that fear. They should be free to, you know, just go about their way, because what is this guy really gonna do looking like Peacock?
Girl at the end of the free presentation hired me. She became one of my top trainer. So there's a lot of assumptions. Assumption.
Ass up. Ooh, the new generation. Okay, yeah. This is what I'm here for. I want to hear how he differs from the old. Because the old seems very systematic, very like rigid, very do this like this, then like this, then like this. It doesn't cater for different personality types, different types of people, how people move, and it's not very adaptable. But let's see if this guy has a more adaptable style, where in just being yourself and being congruent completely to who you are, that you polarize people. You have people who hate you and you have people who love you. And that's the way you want life to go. If everyone loves you, you're fucking up. If 50% love you, 50% hate you, you're doing it right, because realistically, not everyone's gonna like you.
Confidence Chris on TikTok.
Unless you're Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The reason I think I give good dating advice is because I know what the toxic guy thinks, because I have been that guy.
What's your opinion on feminists?
You know, I like to think I'm a feminist. I've with feminism.
Criminal.
Confidence Chris. It's not what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. Okay. You can schedule a phone call with him for an hour for $250. Okay.
All right, I know this one's gonna be bad because it's a podcast, and men and podcasts don't go well together, to be honest.
Wow, she's out here blaming niggas. She's blaming niggas in podcasts.
As a girl, you be with whoever the fuck you want to be, right? There should be guys in life that you're like, you know, I fuck with you, but realistically, you're not that cool, and I'm down to just fuck. I don't think you should hold back. I honestly don't think you should hold back if you want to fuck a guy because he's hot and he doesn't have anything else going on for him.
I understand where the opinion's coming from.
That no, that's he is purporting he's a feminist in that situation because he's basically saying, look, ladies, I'm not gonna judge you if you wanna fuck a guy because he's just hot and that's all you want from him, and that's all he's offering you. Go get your shit. You know what I mean? I ain't judging you. Do what you gotta do. But let's see if the feminists become traditionalists because they just don't like this topic of pickup. I want to see if that happens.
But I don't really like the language because it's like objective.
See? It's the way you said it. He inherently said something positive for women. It is fuck who you want. I'm not gonna judge you. It is what it is. If he is hot and that's all you need from him, take it. That's it. But she's like, but the way he said it though, it is what it is.
Defining women as like a sexual object. Just like I wouldn't talk.
He was defining the guy as a sexual object as well. If you just want to fuck him because he's hot, that's it.
Talk about a man like that.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to somebody just because you want to them. You don't have to always be looking for a relationship, and that goes for men and women.
This is gonna sound stupid, but kind of look at them as if it was like you're just your homie. You know what I mean? It's just like you're talking to somebody and it's like, okay, like we're just having a regular ass conversation.
Yeah.
Treating them as if you've known them for almost a really long time, not being afraid to just talk to them like they're a normal person. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to.
A friend.
Yes, a friend.
Yeah.
Friend.
Look at her like she's an ugly chick.
No. This is facts. I think what he said there is in terms of people. If someone feels like someone's really hot, they tend to put these expectations on themselves of how it's gonna go like this. They start to get nervous. They start to overanalyze the situation. But if you think about them as an ugly person, it allows you, not necessarily that they're ugly, but you just kind of put yourself in that mind frame, like, I'm just talking about an ugly person. You know, you don't have any attachments to the outcome of the situation, so you free yourself from the outcome. But you know these people are going to latch onto that ugly person, so you think, oh man, it's just a way to frame your mind so you don't be weird with people, you know what I mean? You don't come off nervous, you don't come off, rude. It's the same way whenever they tell people, when you're doing a presentation, imagine people in the crowd are in their underwear to unnerve yourself. Same exact concept. Or even a worse one, I think is just imagine the person you're about to talk to is going to the toilet, taking a number 2. And watch how quickly you'll be like, oh, it's a normal person. It's a normal person. It's just a normal person. Just like me and you, they go to the toilet, take a shit. They have bad days. They have good days. It is what it is. They have insecurities. They have securities. The people there's things that are amazing about them. There's things that are shitty about them. They're just another fucking person. Don't put people on pedestals and just go through life like that, And you should be okay, especially in terms of dating. Don't put no one on a pedestal, and you should be okay. Unless it's a business type thing and the person has credibility and they have, actual accomplishments, then you put that person on a pedestal because they've accomplished some shit that you have never done. So you can then humble yourself and look to learn. But in terms of like a sexual dynamics type interaction, everyone is on the same playing field. There's no one above anyone. You're all on the same playing field. Not I'm better than him, she's better than me, I'm better than her. You all take shits. You're all insecure about some shit. You're all people.
You had me until the end. Promoting confidence in people, that's great. But like, talk to everybody as if they're a friend. They don't need to be an ugly person to talk to them with.
I think he missed the point, but it's fair enough. People these days get triggered a lot on certain things instead of trying to understand the concept of things. But obviously it's short form content, so it has to be punchy. So the last bit of saying like an ugly person, then people, if he clips that up, it's going to be more, viral than if he just said, yeah, a friend.
With kindness and understanding. Like, just get to know people. That's all you have to do at the end of the day.
What would you think if I told you that most of his audience is women?
I can see why.
Yeah.
He's attractive.
All right, let's go for our biggest icks for girls. Hygiene.
Okay, one ick I have is when men use the word ick, okay? That's a girl thing. That's for the girls. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
Bruh. No, you want equal rights? Come on. Equal rights, equal lefts? Men can do what women can do. Women can do what men can do. So let's stop playing these games. Bruv, you see this? Yeah? That's the hypocrisy. These are the same things that create divisions. When you start dividing up even the small inconsequential shit, I know she's joking, but you know what I mean? Like, it starts to, it's just get into weedy territory.
You know, no one loves a smelly coochie. You're not a bad you just a regular white girl from a small white town.
Did you really just say smelly coochie?
Well, shit.
Sorry?
Ain't that the truth?
The BBL's gotta go. That shelf is looking a little sus. You tell me. Come on.
Okay. I'm personally not really for the BBLs, but if they're making women, if women want to do that and want to look that way, then it's not really.
Embrace what the good Lord gave you. Embrace what the universe gave you. If you want to change it, change it. But, you know. Yeah. We'll just
Up to like this person or this guy to decide that it's in or out. I mean, tribal tattoos are out. And.
Yeah, try going to Polynesia and say that shit.
He still has these. Moving on.
They're not out. The Rock is extremely relevant right now. he's triggered and he's trying to fight back on some stuff. He would never say that going to like a Polynesian country. Because in Hawaii, you'd be damned if he says tribal tattoos are out. Like the big, like fat American tribal that people used to do back in the day, not like the actual like Maori type, you know what I mean, tribal. That's it. Let's not cap on that.
Okay, do not give away your access for cheap. It's given feminists.
You hold your access. You really want a guy to like you a lot, you make it hard.
Yeah.
Think about the feeling you have when you hike a small mountain. You're like, all right, I don't care. But like, think about the feeling you would have if you climbed Mount Everest. Now, imagine the same thing about the way a guy was trying to go after you. If you make it Mount Everest, they're going to appreciate you a lot more.
I see the logic, you know, but I think everyone is different. It's all a case-to-case thing.
That's true. Everyone is different, but again, the mindset of the individuals going through that would be that way. Like obviously, like some people don't really care either or. For me, I don't care either or. If it's easy or thingy, I'll see treat you the same. But some people, especially if they're looking for long-term commitment, they tend to invest more in things that they have a larger time investment in. Or the fact that it's a hard nut to crack and they're trying to really put all the investment. Normal people would do that. But if you're seasoned, you've been out there, you don't really care that much. But if you're just a normal dude and you're presented with something, you know, challenging, but the girl keeps giving you attention, signals to show that she is really interested, you know, it just takes a time to, you know, get to those stages. The guy is more than happy to wait. More than happy to wait. So for the ladies, why not? Why not make them wait? Either or, whatever floats your boat, man.
I do not agree with that at all. I feel like this kind of video is insidious in its impact because it's.
In the last video, he said you can have, if a guy is just hot, you want to have sex, that's it, do it. In this video, he said if you want someone to really appreciate you, make it hard for them. That's facts. If you just want to use someone for sex and you don't care about the outcomes, that's fine. But if you care about the outcomes, then you should try and make it a bit, you know, challenging so the guy gets that, you know, feels like they've actually achieved when they are with you. It's like, oh, it took me ages to get her, you know, appreciate, It's like they'll actually appreciate being with you instead of, you know, the average guy might think, oh, she's too easy, you know, she must do this to every guy. But if you're a seasoned guy, you understand that, you know, when you have genuine passion with someone and you're both consenting adults and you just let that passion flow, it's cool.
Saying to women like, oh, you know, make things harder. But what that message sends to men is, oh, it's not that she isn't interested in me. That no didn't really mean.
See, that's interesting. That's interesting. But I think, like I said earlier, if she shows indicators that she wants to get to keep knowing you, but it takes a long time to get to the stage of like sex or whatever. If you've been kissing and, you know, fooling around a little bit, but just want to just have sex, that's cool to continue that interaction. But if she's blatantly saying no, bro, you're dumb. And I think he knows that too. He's not here to put one plus, like to step it out fully for every single person, man. People like, there's always going to be people who misinterpret the message. You can't really put out a foolproof message. You can put all the terms and conditions you want. Some people are not going to read it. They're not going to listen to it. They're going to miss that one part where you said the thing and they're going to do some stupid shit. It happens. So for her to sit there and assume that most sane people are going to listen to that and think, oh, you should just keep trying, you should just keep trying. They probably won't. They probably won't.
No, that no actually meant try harder. And that's a lot.
See,
more-
he understands it as well, because he understands, like, he didn't mean it in the sense that if she says hard no, you keep trying. No, he meant if there's indicators of interest, but she doesn't want to go too fast, then you can go at her pace.
Dangerous of a narrative.
Chris, I think you might just be a little young. I don't know how old you are, but some of these things, like, don't give away your access for cheap. They just feel kind of like you have blinders on and you're only thinking from your point of view when there's, like, so many point of views.
There is so many point of views, but I'm saying on an average, on a balance of probabilities, if you do that, what he said, there's a higher likelihood that when the guy is with you, there would be retention. There will be retention because he's worked so hard to get to that point to be with you. You know, he wouldn't want to just throw that away. If he has the time investment, the money investment, you know what I mean, the emotional investment, he wouldn't want to just throw that away. Whereas if he's only known you, 2 days and you've had sex, and someone else comes along who he thinks is better, he's more likely to throw that relationship away over the relationship he's built with you for, let's say, 2 months, and you guys are going strong, like, seeing each other constantly and, having a good time. He's going to be more wary of breaking that relationship for a new one versus a girl he just met 2 days ago and they already had sex. He's going to, okay, go, new girl comes through, he's going to, oh shit, like a kid in a candy store.
Would you be open to meeting Chris today and talking to him?
Sure. I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, because he's very personable.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
what's going on?
And I like how he waited for them to, like, yo, Chris,
Hi.
How's it going?
Chris.
Thought you'd be taller.
Thanks. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Hello, short king.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, you give me a hug.
Oh my god.
No! He should have flipped it on him and said, no, I'm good with handshakes. I don't really like physical contact.
I know you only saw a handful of the videos, but
I think I've actually seen your stuff on TikTok. That's why I think I was confused, because I've seen stuff on, like, your other stuff on TikTok that actually gave really solid advice.
I think that's the issue though, is that like a lot of people do see these like quick things. They make 1 second judgment and then
Exactly, because you have to see the fuller picture. You cannot see one statement and think this is the breadth of this person's, beliefs, and then assign a belief system to that person just off the few second videos you're seeing. You have to give people the benefit of that and say there is more depth to the character than this one clip or these few clips. And if you're able to interact with the person, I'm pretty sure people will find out that, there's some nuance to the discussions and the concept he's talking about. It's just that when you have a finite amount of time to engage people's interest, you have to be punchy, you have to be witty, you have to be funny, and sometimes in cases, you might just have to be a bit, pinchy with a little, something that, throws salt on the wound, a little bit of salt there.
they're
Yeah.
just like, this guy.
Yeah,
You know what
I mean,
I
that's
mean?
a problem with the internet.
Would you say that any of my videos, I think you said one of them was insidious?
Not intentionally insidious, but I do think it has the potential.
Everything has the potential to be insidious. Look at okay, as an example in terms of feminism, look at all the women saying fuck men, we need to kill all men, eradicate all men are useless, That is a negative opponent of their messaging. So that's possible with any messaging. So to sit here and pretend that it's not is fallacy. But she called out, is what it is.
Potential to bring the wrong message to the wrong people.
Gotcha.
Which is what I'm saying, like, because like I don't think you come from a bad place.
No.
You don't strike me as one of those bad dudes who's like,
Yeah.
red pill. Like you're not one of
That's
those
not
guys.
That's not
It just seems like there might be a little bit of blinders on in certain areas.
That's fair. I mean, I would agree with that. I feel like I hear a lot of these comments like online, but then just like hearing it from people directly is just a different experience. You're like, that's not what I intended. I think hearing all those different perspectives, like honestly, in a weird way, helps me like think about or make the content I make because I'm.
This is what I would say to people. It's very hard to be inclusive of everyone in the content you make, to make it that everyone understands it. It's nigh impossible. It will never happen. The best you can do is articulate yourself to a point, but then say at the end of the video, if it is a clip, there's more context to this clip you have just seen. If you want the full context, you're free to contact me and ask me questions about it, and I'm more than happy to explain. Or direct them to the longer form content and say, look, this is a short clip of the video. Do not take everything in here for gospel. There's a bigger conversation around it. here's that conversation if you want to hear it. If not, don't judge just off this. Make sure you have the full context. That's a better way to go about it, but most people are not going to do that.
Like, what I'm saying is not necessarily what they're picking up, to be honest.
And that's communication. That's communication. People raised differently with different ideological beliefs are going to interpret things in a different lens. But what I always try to say is to people is try and take the best possible interpretation of that message with you. Or try and look at it from the best possible angle, you know, give it the benefit of the doubt. And operate like that. Try and see where they're trying to come from and go that way. Instead of just assuming, oh, negativity. Some stuff is negative, obviously. You can't really, there's no way to see it at an angle that makes it positive. But most stuff has nuance to it, to where you can actually see it in a positive light. And yeah, try and learn something.
Actually, no, that's my new thing is that I'm trying to like date a girl that's like 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, can you get that like box of Cheerios for me? And then like handle my business too. Be like, yeah, that guy's bothering me.
This guy's bothering me. Let me get out of here.
He's a joker.
Big news.
Anyway, we ain't gonna watch this. Allow that MTR. Anyway, guys, I will catch you guys on the next one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It has been your boy King. Let me know what you thought about the video. The pickup is getting confronted by feminists. Yeah, let me know your thoughts about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And as I always say, guys, don't forget to spread love, not WarCraft. Peace.